Good afternoon, good evening. Thank you all so much for being here for my mom's 75th birthday party and for her retirement celebration all in one. We really, really appreciate you being here. I know it was a little difficult with the tornadoes yesterday. Thanks for being good sports about changing the venue with us and changing the time. I know we lost a few people, but that's great that we got all of you all here to celebrate with us. We're just so delighted that you all are here with us today. My name is Jason. I am Dr. Mehta's son, and I'm really and Dr. Mehta's son as well. Yep, absolutely. So we are here. We're going to have a great celebration tonight. We have a lot in store. We're going to start with a couple of speeches. We're then going to move into dinner. Then we're going to come back out here, if you don't mind, for the desserts and for some more stuff. First, though, before we start, if you all can help me, please give a round of applause to Jacob and Edward, who did music for us for the last hour. So that was awesome. Thank you guys so much. And another fun little surprise later in the evening is that we're actually going to be celebrating not one, but two birthdays. So a little April Fool's surprise that we're going to have for everyone. But let's get started. If you all don't mind, I want to start from, I was going to start youngest to oldest on the speeches, but maybe we can start with the real youngest. Zara, can you come up here? I need your help. Well, can you at least show everyone the drawing that you did for your grandma?
Wow.
Do you want to read it? You read it.
No.
It's a secret. All right. So this is Zara. Zara, can you say hello to everyone?
No.
All right. A little shy. All right, Zara, what did you draw? What did you get for grandma?
Rainbow glasses.
Perfect. Thank you, Zara. Hearts.
I love Grandma.
Ah. Well, our next speech is from Zara's big brother, Griffin. Griffin, I think, might even have a limerick for us for grandma. All right, Griffin, the floor is yours.
Okay. So I read a few limericks to show how much I love my grandmother. So I wrote a few limericks to show how much I love my grandmother. And our grandma's a doctor so wise. She heals us with magic in her eyes. With popsicles, cookies, and cake. Our grandma's sweetness is hard to fake. She'll cure any ailment that we despise. She'll play chess with us every day and read our thoughts without delay. This grandma of ours is so kind. She's the best we could ever find. Her moves on the chessboard leave us in disarray. So let's raise our voices and cheer on her 75th year. For all that she's done and all that she's won, our grandma's love will always be near.
Thank you. Everyone that speaks has to do a limerick. That's the new rule for the rest of the evening. Griffey, he's at a high bar. Should we have your mom go next? All right. We're going to have your mom go next after that. It's a tough act to follow.
Seriously. Thanks, Jason. Excuse me. Is this on?
No, but it's being recorded for the...
Okay, cool. All right. Well, thank you. I'm so excited to be here, and good evening, everyone. Welcome to the celebration of my mom's birthday and also her retirement. Yesterday was the last day of 50 years in her career, and I couldn't be more honored or more proud to have an opportunity to share with you my thoughts on her incredible legacy as a physician, as a teacher, as an artist, as a mom, and as a space explorer. Let me explain. As a child, my mom always taught me to treat life like an anthropologist. She would tell me that in difficult situations, I should dissociate from the stress. I should try to objectify the situation. And maybe if I could look at it through those eyes, it would release the stress and also maybe bring out some of the absurdity in the situation and perhaps some of the magic. So I ended up becoming an anthropologist after that advice. But before that, she introduced me to a book when I was younger, written by a physician, some of you may know, Oliver Sacks. And the book was called An Anthropologist on Mars. And I loved it. The book made me want to become a doctor like my mom. Of course, I ended up not becoming a doctor. I went in a different field. But I take with me what I learned about curiosity and empathy from those days. My mom knows about dissociating from stress. Thank you, Zara. She has weathered a lot of stress in her career. How fitting that she even retired on the day that a tornado ripped through the heart of Little Rock. But through it all, my mom has remained strong and inspiring. She finds the magic in childhood and in life. She sees the humor in even the most stressful situations. And I try to carry that with me as I raise my own family, my 3 kids, Jasper, Griffin, and Zara. Throughout her career, my mom has not only been a healer to her patients, but she's also been a writer. She's written up their stories. She's written up their struggles. She's written up her inspiration from those adventures. And she's inspired me to write my own stories. And now my mom tells us she's ready for her next act. And for this act, she's embarking on a journey to Mars, with Mars standing for M for music, A for arts, R for reading, S for adopting a sporty lifestyle. And I am so excited to see what new adventures, accomplishments, and inspiration await in this next chapter. So, Mommy, on this special day, I want to say you've been an amazing mom to me. I'm so grateful for everything you've done for me and for our family and for our community. And I can't wait to see what the future holds. Happy 75th or April Fool's 76th birthday. Happy retirement. And cheers for your journey to Mars.
You gonna do it again? Encore? No. All right, I think we might be branching out a little bit of the family for a second. I think one of my mom's friends, Margot, might be saying a few remarks, if you're up for it.
Well, okay. I had something written, but I left it in the car. I'm so proud to be up here to be speaking for my dear friend Paulette. What I had in the car, what I remember the best part was the title, Everyone Should Have a Friend Like Paulette. Because when she comes, she's like the wind and blows through you and sees you. And I know it's that way for your patients who know that they can trust because you're just there for them. Paulette and I and some others are in a poetry group, and so many times we bring things, and I've read things that I've never shared with anybody else and gotten encouragement, and I leave feeling like I want to do more. And that's a special gift that she has. And I'm so happy to be here with all of you. And I told Paulette yesterday, when everything was falling apart, it seemed that she had a house full of her family. Well, there's already a party. They're waiting for you. You don't have to go anywhere. And here you are. So happy birthday, happy retirement, and we will help you on your trip to Mars. Well, we'll come right with you.
Thank you so much, Margot. So when I was trying to think about what I would say today, I was trying to think of some jokes. Does anyone know what you say to an astronaut on his birthday? Or what type of birthday they're going to have? I hope you have a star-studded affair. So, and since my mom's a doctor, does anyone know why the birthday cake went to the doctor? These are really bad jokes, guys. It was feeling a little crumbly, so thanks for the obligatory laughter. All right, I think we're going to do some more speeches after dinner. I want to get you all to dinner, but before we turn it over, I wanted to ask my father to say a few remarks. Daddy, I wanted to put you on the spot. Are you ready for your big speech?
Okay. Well, I haven't prepared anything. I want it to be truly extempore. I met this young lady. She was in the cafeteria of the hospital in New York. This was back in 1972 or 73. I was a resident and she was a medical student. I guess nowadays it'll be called harassment, right? And I don't know. I was a very shy person. I didn't asked her out the same night, first night, day, evening, and she said yes. I was beside myself. I mean, I didn't have that much self-confidence as I do now. I was from a very poor country, dark. She was white. I was impressed that she thought I was somebody that she could go out with. And then I did my residency. She did her residency in pediatrics. Then I did my fellowship in cardiology. Then I went to Minnesota for specialized training in cardiology. And I thought this is over now, it's 1,000, 1,500 miles. But you know what? She kept coming almost every other week. I think in 2 years I went one time to New York. And she must have, how many times did you come? 20 times, 30 times, 40 times. And I knew that her family wasn't that happy to be marrying someone like me. But in any case, we moved to Florida. I had my first faculty position in Gainesville. And guess what? She came right down from New York to Florida. I guess she was attracted to me or whatever. The rest is history.
We had a grant that we were working on together.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to talk about that. That's past. We did a lot of grants. We did a lot of research work. Actually, I don't know how many of you know. She was a hematologist, and she was working on these small cells called platelets. I don't know how many of you know. You do. They're small cells that stick to each other, and actually, we were in Florida, and we first described that these sticky platelets are the cause of heart disease. And we had among the first few papers that showed that aspirin decreases the stickiness, and we were responsible for this whole concept of using aspirin for prevention of heart disease. We traveled around the world, all over Argentina, Japan, Korea, China. It was very good. It was good. And Then I tell you, she was very happy in the University of Florida. Then we came here. This guy Sudhir Shah, do you know him? Stephanie, and he took me to his home, wining, dining, along with the chair of medicine here, Tom Indrioli. And oh my God, then she gave up her job happily in Florida and came here with me. And guess what? He found a job for her in geriatrics, from pediatrics to geriatrics in the VA. And she hung on. She's been a good friend, good, always ups and downs, but consistent, persistent, subsistent. She gave me two beautiful children. You see them here. And this guy, I mean, he wrote my Wikipedia page. I blame him. And he's a Harvard Law grad. And this young lady, Asha, she went to Stanford, met her husband. Where is Nikhil? You're here? Met her husband there, and gave me three beautiful grandchildren. So happy. Yes, yes. Zara is the youngest one, right? Well, going back to Paulette, now I tell you the secret of our long marriage. I always tell her she should do whatever she wants. I'll support her. Just very simple, whatever you want. And she doesn't want very much. You know, when you tell people you can have much, they don't know what to ask. You've known each other, what, 50 years? 50 years. What could you ask for? Obviously. And Paulette, thank you so much for hanging around me. I didn't think it would last that long. I mean, American marriages, I'm a sociologist, I read a lot. They last average 5, 10 years, maybe 15. And I don't know how, something must be good. Thank you so much. Yeah, but that's history. That was 40 years ago. Yeah, still connected. So probably pretty sticky. Um, um, well, in any case, now she's a very positive person. Now she's going to go on to another career, from pediatrics to geriatrics. She helped me write a book on heart disease. Many of you have seen it, for lay people. And I mean, I'm a very social person, and she just goes along with whatever I want, what is important to me. I guess that's the secret of long marriage, being together, given to each other's demand. But I think she will do great for another career for 25 years, right? 25 years. You know, she is very fond of saying, she has told many people that according to Indian concept, life is supposed to be 100 years. She told in the last 2 days, I've heard her say 5 times. First 25, you grow up, you go to school, get all the manners and habits. Next 25 years, you get married, have a life, have family, and have a career. Third, whatever, learn to other people in the role of a teacher, administrator, whatever. But the last 25 years, you detach yourself from the world and become one with the universe. I don't think she's going to go into the jungles or Himalayas and pray and meditate, but pretty close to it. I think, very close to it. She already has programs, poetry, art, working with other people, helping me, and I thank her, I admire her, I really almost worship her. I tell every day to myself, I could never do to her for her what she has done for me. Thank you. I haven't told her that.
A lot of them. All right, well, we're going to go inside and have dinner, but real quickly, I have two more jokes since people laughed at my last one. So I have two more, but they're both medical related for my parents. Why did the doctor bring a stethoscope to the birthday party? Does anyone know? To make sure everyone's heart was in the right place. And one last one that got less of a chuckle. What did the doctor say to the birthday balloons? I'm going to need to check your pressure. You're looking a little inflated. All right, so there will be more jokes afterwards. If you all don't mind, please help yourself to dinner. Find a spot inside, outside, wherever you're comfortable. And then when we come back, we're going to do cake. We're going to do a performance. We're going to have a poetry reading. We're going to have some other speeches.
I should make sure that they know Griffin is going to play the guitar.
Yep, perfect. Performance. All right.
I got a joke.
Oh, yeah, great. Thanks.
What did one thrombocyte say to the other? Us platelets got to stick together.
All right, Griff, what's your joke? One last joke real quick. Let's do it.
Speaking of Mars, what's an astronaut's favorite drink?
Pop soda.
Gravity.
All right, guys, help yourself to dinner, and then we'll come back out for some speeches and cake in a little bit. And jokes.
Happy birthday, Paulette.
All right. Is everyone ready to continue the fun? All right. Perfect. Were you guys just waiting for my jokes? Is that what everyone?
Let's get them over with.
I only have one more joke for you guys. As you guys know, it's my mom's birthday and her retirement party. Do you guys know what the retiring doctor said his plans were once in retirement? Retiring what? Doctor. What were his plans or her plans? It was to become the patient himself or herself. But that's not the case for my mom. And that segues into my speech. I was going to give a quick speech for my mom. My sister spoke earlier this evening about how my mom has these plans in retirement, about Mars, about doing music, art, reading, and living a sporty lifestyle. But what you guys may or may not know is that my mom already lives a sporting lifestyle, and my mom and I's favorite activity to do together is to walk up and down the street. And my mom and I have walked, I was thinking about this, we walked this street out here probably 2,000 times in the last 20 years that my parents have lived here. And we've talked about everything about what job I should take, to what girl I should date, to what I should do next. And we've walked a lot of other places. We've walked in California and Boston. We've walked in Florida. We've walked all over the world. And our conversations have changed over the times, right? No longer do I talk about what job I should take. We talk about what job should I retire from? And not what girl should I date, but when do I have to let my daughter date someone, and how long can I keep that at bay? Our conversations have changed a lot, but the consistency throughout it all has been that whenever I need someone I can totally confide in, and someone that will always listen to me and always be my best friend, I always know that I can talk to my mom. And I know that while my mom continues to live this sporty lifestyle and doubles down on this sporting lifestyle, we're going to have a lot more walks ahead of us, Mommy. And one of the things we often say on our walks, we end all of our walks by always telling each other that the best is yet to come. And I really believe that the best is still yet to come for you and me, Mommy, and for you. And so I'm really excited about this journey to Mars for you, Mommy. So with that, happy birthday and happy retirement. Keep that sporting lifestyle up. Now, one of the things about my mom, not only does she already live the sporting lifestyle, but she already does a lot of writing, lots of music and arts. And she's actually part of a reading group and of a writers group. And I think one of my mom's friends, Selma, is here who might have a story or a poem for my mom. Yeah, perfect. Poem, perfect. Thank you, Selma.
I wrote this quickly while I was waiting for my husband to come out of a dermatology appointment. So it may be a little bit rough. It's very short. But I couldn't not write about Paulette, who's such a decent and wonderful human. Celebrate her birthday and her retirement, and I can hardly wait to get together with her so we can go running around doing stuff when she's retired. This is for Paulette. The traveler started uphill, carrying herself on sturdy legs and sharp intent, going full-fledged on the road to knowing, at once reaching outward and into the depths of self. She found purpose, she discovered love, she mobilized spirit, she learned and taught, and faced death and pain. Fully alive, she spread compassion and healing, embracing forms of hurt and justice, pain and peace. She worked, dedicated to ones who couldn't cure themselves. She helped others and herself to speak the language of poetic life. Exemplary woman. Happy birthday and happy retirement.
Thank you so much. For those of you that know my mom, you know that she loves poetry and she loves writing. There's one more poem that someone wrote. Daddy, I was going to ask you to read this if you don't mind. Could you read this poem and could you introduce Dr. Chug?
Oh, well, this fellow, Yuginder Chog, he's a professor of emeritus of metallurgical engineering in Illinois. He's a distant cousin, but who has become very friendly over the years with us. So he sent a poem. I haven't read it myself, but we thought we should read what his thoughts were about Paulette. Go ahead. No, you do it.
Oh, you want me to read it?
Yeah.
Okay. I need the mic back.
Yeah.
Great. I like to have the mic. Paulette, a very dear family and friend to all of us. Your 75th birthday. Happy 75th birthday to a priceless human and a friend. You are and will be special to us all until the end. You are, celebrate big today and know that this is true. Our lives are blessed because of you. The feelings of love from all of us who care, a friend to look up in times of despair. We never feel alone and we never part, always feeling happiness, never a broken heart. A love that is growing and seeking ever more, never a dull moment, you have so much to offer. Love is forever and not just for today. The close-knit ties will never go away. Oh Lord, bless our special family friend who gives so much so willingly. Congratulations on this milestone day. All right. So right before we get to the cake, I wanted to turn it over to my mom. Unless there's anyone else that wants to speak before my mom. I was going to let my mom have the last word before we do the cake and the celebration.
Actually, Dr. Padak was coming. He didn't get the message about changing.
For the cake.
So he's around the church. About tower.
Well, maybe he can get the last word, but until then,
He will have the last.
but anyone else? Otherwise, I'm going to give the mic over to my mom. Please.
I have nothing prepared, but I will say this. I thought today, Paulette, about something to bring with me to be a gift, and I thought about what has brought me closer to you are books and reading. And so started looking for the right book, and I found a book that was about Nina Tottenberg's Dinners with Ruth Bader Ginsburg, and the name of the book is A Memoir About the Power of Friendship. And I just wanted to say that I think for me, books have helped nurture a friendship with both you and Jay. I've known Jay for 30-some years, and when I first met him, he thought I was a student. I was 26 years old. Nobody mistakes me for a student anymore. but but we worked together. We actually wrote a paper together, and I was in awe of this genius that was at UAMS that I was going to be able to get to know. And I just have to say that being friends with the two of you has meant a tremendous amount to me. And now I'm in awe of the things that you're doing at the end of your career at UAMS, the things like creating Medicine and Meaning, the journal that highlights the creative outlets that writing and art give so many of our intellectual clinicians across and researchers across the campus. So I think that's been a tremendous gift to UAMS and greatly appreciate it. So happy birthday, and I hope not really happy retirement. I hope you'll stay connected with us. Congratulations. Congratulations.
There were a few more people that wanted to say a few things.
Oh, that's so nice.
Dr. Gomez, you want to?
Paulette, hi. I'm sorry I'm late. I always was so grateful when Paulette and her better half used to come to service because I could always count on them being just a little bit later than I was. And when Jay was so sick for so long, it was just me. I didn't have them coming in together. But no, I do have something to say to you. I really got to know Paulette when she headed up our women's writing group at the church. And let me tell you, I can write like I can paint. Cannot do it. But I came, and listening to her, we would have to really twist her arm to get her to share her words, her wonderful writing. And what I learned immediately was they came straight from the heart. It was the most authentic writing I've ever read. It almost always brought tears to my eyes because of how real it was about her patience, mostly in her work. But anyway, I did go, and I desperately needed to write. I'd had a tragedy in my life, and it was through her mentoring that eventually, one day, it just all started bursting out, and I was writing. I was so excited. And Paulette, I owe it all to you. It's such a gift. Thank you, and happy birthday.
I think I saw one or two other people that might be willing to speak.
When Jay asked me to say something about Paulette and to try to make it funny, I put on my thinking cap. I thought of how caring of a person she is and takes her patients' problems personally. I thought how compassionate she is to her patients, but also to herself, as she created a discipline of writing to release the emotions that she feels and that keeping inside would cause her pain. Then I thought about what an inspiration she is, because when she realized how her writing helped her, she set up a program at UAMS to support others in their healing by writing. Of course, there is also how smart she is in her healing. I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time reading for some reason tonight, because I really mean I want to say something so much from my heart, and I don't know how to do it. Of course, there is also how smart she is and her drive to do more and do it better. I thought of the incredible love and she has for her grandchildren and her children. I thought about her generous spirit to use her money to help others, including helping our liberal faith Unitarian Universalist Church to be remodeled, which now has a wing named after she and Jay. I thought of feeling lucky that over the years we've become friends. And I thought about the incredible love and respect that Jay and Paulette feel for each other. All of these incredible qualities, but I realized I don't have anything funny to say about Paulette. What I do is just to say that I respect you. Happy birthday, Paulette.
Guys, I'm here to set the bar low on the joke, so no problem with that. Yes, Dr. Govan.
I didn't prepare a speech. I didn't know I was going to talk. I have known Paulette since 2001. Is that correct? Yes. Yeah. So that's about 22 years. And I was a junior faculty at that time. She was a senior professor, and then we have been colleagues since. She has been a different kind of a role model for residents and fellows, that anybody can teach clinical medicine and how to round, but she always helped them to write their papers, think about different projects, and they all really appreciate it. Patients loved her, and all the feedbacks from patients have always been very, very good, excellent. So we are going to miss her since she officially retired yesterday. But she says she is going to continue to work with us in a different way, and I'm looking forward to it. Happy birthday and retirement.
Thank you.
All right, my mom's about to get the mic, so anyone want to filibuster? And one last chance. I'm a little nervous. All right, going once, going twice. All right, here you go, Mom. It's your turn.
Spoken like a lawyer, filibustering. I am so glad that I'm having all this on videotape because I want to remember these beautiful words and this beautiful evening. Thank you all for coming. Every single one of you coming has means so much to me. And let's remember for a moment the ones who couldn't come because of the storm and because of damage to their homes or to their psyches and needed to were not able to come. So first, let me thank you all for your kind words and for being here. And then let me rebut what many of you have said, and that is that you think I am retiring. Nothing could be further than the truth. I have given up my clinical practice at the VA hospital, but I intend to continue to work at the university in the Humanities in Medicine program. And that's something that means a lot to me and for which I feel tremendously grateful. So I will transition as I transitioned from assistant professor to associate professor to full professor. I am now going to Professor Emerita. And nothing could make me feel more proud than that. So I thank the people who have helped me to achieve this, Dr. Govan in particular, who has been my boss for the last number of years, who has been very supportive in every way. And Dr. Ye, who actually is writing my letter for reappointment as Professor Emerita, because years ago I was thinking, isn't it time to retire? And I got everything in order and did it and spoke to Dr. Marsh, who at the time was the department chairman, and got my Professor Emerita appointment at that time. So I'm doing it again. I'm retiring again. I'm transitioning again. I know I know the stance. I know the steps, and I'm proud and very happy to do that. So I will still be at the university, and I will still be hopefully continuing to edit the journal Medicine and Meaning, the humanities, the literary creative writing program of the University of Arkansas. And for those of you not at UAMS, it's not just for the journal is not just for UAMS employees. It is for students, doctors, staff, faculty, and most importantly, friends of UAMS. So all of you are included, certainly, as a friend of UAMS, included to read as the journal comes out on a regular basis, and included to submit your work of art and literature and poetry and writing, fiction and nonfiction, creative nonfiction. So I will still be there, and I will still be there in the creative writing program. So Jay and I established a creative writing program whereby people submit their work by September of each year. They get the pieces reviewed and edited and ranked in January of the following year, and prizes are awarded and presentations are done in April of the year following the submission. So our award ceremony is coming up very soon in April of this year. You will all get official invitations, I think. And Dr. Stephanie Gardner will again preside at that session, we hope. That would be wonderful. And more things will come. More good things will come. Like Jason says, the best is yet to come. No matter what happens, he always says that to me. So I believe that's true. Again, grateful for all of you for being here, especially on April Fool's Day, the day after a major storm. It is somewhat ironic that my last day of work was yesterday. I went out with a big bang, which I will never forget. Jason?
Yes.
It is your turn.
All right.
Literally turning over to you.
All right, perfect. Wow. Now we get to the favorite part, the dessert. I mean, this is the best part. So, we're going to do something kind of fun. We got a really special performance. Someone's going to help us lead off on the happy birthday song. But I'm going to need some help, guys, because I warned you earlier, there's 2 birthdays that we're celebrating today. Not just my mom's, but also her grandson, Jasper's. So I've brought out 2 candles. That's why I had to run inside to find a separate candle. You all can help me. Griffin is going to lead us in a happy birthday. And when we get to the important part, I'm going to leave it to you to decide who should go first, Jasper or Paulette or Mommy or Grandma or whatever you want to call her. But we're gonna do it. All right, Griff, I think whenever you're ready, we're ready. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Paulette. Happy birthday to you.
Cha-cha-cha!
All right, Mommy and Jasper, we need you guys to blow out the candle together. We didn't bring 75 candles. We didn't think we could do it.
Jasper, are you ready? Okay, who's going to do it?
You guys make a good wish. You guys ready? 1, 2, 3, go! Uh-oh. April Fools, you can't blow it out. Trick candle. Come on.
Come on, guys. Come on, don't you go. Yay!